Kong continues shaping future of cloud-native API connectivity by participating in open process of creating next ingress for Kubernetes called Gateway API. And with Kong Ingress Controller 2.9, we're happy to introduce a implementation of Next API that allows you to expose your gRPC services using Gateway API. So we're going to be talking about gRPCRoute, what's the requirements, how to enable this with Kong, and how to configure this for your application. So let's get to it. I have my Kubernetes cluster. There's nothing here. And one of the things that we're going to be using is CRDs that coming from a work in progress experimental channel of Gateway API. So we're going to use this command to install those. In future, those APIs will be part of Kubernetes installation, but for now, we're going to use a manual install. Gateway, you want to do install. We'll download the manifests, installs CRDs, and some of the validation, configuration validation hooks. Next, we need to install Kong Ingress Controller. I'm going to be using Helm charts to do this. And one of the things that we need to point out in configuration for Ingress Controller is providing this future gate flag that allows to Kong Ingress Controller interacting with the alpha stage APIs like gRPCRoute. So I'm using, again, Helm charts. I'm passing these values. And once my Kong Ingress Controller will be installed and Kong will be able to receive the traffic. If I trace some of the output from Kong Ingress Controller container, I will see a few interesting things. So first of all, it's successfully registered as a listener for gRPCRoute, for Gateway Object, TCPRoute, and HTTPRoute. Alpha feature also works here. So next thing is that we're going to deploy a application. I do have a demo application that will be stream the output of the Dune quote generator using gRPC streaming. So we will see results here. Let me quickly show you. First of all, gRPCRoute. gRPCRoute would look something like this. When you specify the kind, we say the API alpha2, and we need to specify the service that will be responsible to handling all this traffic. Also, we need to define a gateway object that will interact with underlying Kong gateway implementation and provision specific Kong specific things using the gateway. For quote service, we need to annotate this with a Kong protocol. Tell it that's the gRPCRoute. So we're gonna do demo app install. So we didn't create Ingress because we don't need to have Ingress because we're gonna be using different thing. We're going to be using gRPCRoute. We're going into gRPCRoute and we deployed Dune gRPCRoute. If I will tail this, we'll see that gRPCRoute was created. gRPC bean is the name. And now I should be able to get access to this. So in this case, we're hitting this gateway. We are also hitting the quote service that will be streamed responses through gRPC, and we also will be using Dune Kong proxy as a name server. As you can see here, traffic is handled by Kong, and it is gRPC traffic, and it continuously streams data back. So with this, you can use any existing gRPC service and deploy this with Gateway API and expose it using gRPCRoute with new Kong Ingress Controller 2.9. So stay tuned for new updates in the Kubernetes world. Cheers.